Hey up guys, it's the Yorkshire Pudding. There's a saying in Yorkshire where people say, food always tastes better when it's free. Well, in this video I'll be showing you 10 free skilling items in Old School RuneScape that you should definitely get. This is my second video covering untradeable skilling items, so if you haven't already watched the first, the link is in the description below. The first item on this list is the expert mining gloves. Mining is slow and for many very boring to train, so why make it harder for yourself? So obtaining the expert mining gloves will complete a total of 3 collection log slots. You obtain them from Bologna in the mining guild, but you must first buy the mining gloves for 40 unidentified minerals, which you get by mining rocks in the mining guild. Then you can buy a pair of superior mining gloves from her for 100 unidentified minerals. Then when you've got these 2 gloves, in addition to 40 more unidentified minerals, you get the expert mining gloves after talking to Bologna again. So what these gloves actually do is give you a chance of not depleting a rock after mining it 1 to 3 times, depending on the ore, meaning it essentially becomes more AFK. These work for any of the regular ores, copper to rune, in addition to sandstone and amethyst. These expert mining gloves are the best out of the 3 mining gloves, but do require 70 mining to wear, as opposed to the 60 like the other 2. But you'll be training mining levels whilst getting these gloves anyway, so hopefully you won't be too far off. Look, it's gloves that make mining a bit less painful. What more do you want? Next up, we have a humble costume needle. If you ever craft dragonides into de-eyed bodies, it's always really annoying how you can never quite finish the full inventory of them, because the needle and thread in your inventory takes up too much room. But this needle acts as both a needle and a thread, meaning that you can make an extra de-eyed body per inventory. And think of all the savings in thread you'll make. Look after the pennies and the T-bows will look after themselves. Many people may have missed this item after completing the Death on the Isle quest on the island of Alderin. To obtain it, you must first finish this quest and head to Alderin. Go to Villa Lucens, click on the invisible wall next to the guard here, then go behind the villa itself and you'll see some stairs leading down. Then head through the bookcase which leads you into a secret room where you can talk to the customer and get the needle. Honestly, this needle made getting 99 crafting a lot smoother for myself, although crafting D-hides is more costly than other methods. But since I got 99 crafting faster, I used this extra time to boss and made the money back in no time. Number 3, the Rada's Blessings. Ideally the best tier blessing you can achieve. You can use it for free teleports to Mount Karulm, which I sometimes use if I forget my actual teleport, and of course there's the Karend Woodland teleport too. And it gives you an extra 1+ prayer bonus, which becomes a 2+ prayer bonus at the elite tier. But the reason it's on this list is mainly for the mains who are fishing for money like it's back in 2006, or the Ironmen who want to gather a bunch of fish to survive. This is because it gives you an increased chance of catching fish, a 2, 4, 6 and 8% extra chance respectively, depending on the tier of the blessing. Just note, you don't receive extra XP for the extra fish, so it's not necessarily the best for training fishing if you're doing it only for the XP, and not the money or gathering fish for your account. Number 4, I'm going to group these 2 together because they're required from the same minigame. The fletching knife and the bowstring spool. Bowstrings can be added to the spool so that the spool acts as a source of bowstrings. This means you can create 27 bows in one inventory instead of the regular 14. Pretty useful, but you also have the fletching knife. Now although you can equip this, you realistically still need it or another knife in your inventory to fletch the logs, as you'll need a knife in the inventory to use your logs on. But its actual usefulness comes from the speed in which it can now fletch logs. For example, it'll take 2 ticks per action to create an unstringed bow instead of 3 ticks. It's made a fast and easy skill, even faster and easier. Remember to bring this item into Wintertodt too, as it also works there. Number 5 is a simple item but no less useful, the Ectophile, which you obtain from the Ghost Ahoy quest. It teleports you just outside Port Phasmatis, and the reason it's on this list is because this area can be a bit of a nightmare to reach without this item. It's close to a herb patch for your farm runs, and the place it literally teleports you to is the place you charge your Bone Crusher, which automatically buries bones you get from drops, granting half the normal amount of XP of burying them. I would have mentioned that item on this list instead, but this is a skilling list and you don't tend to get bone drops from chopping maples. Number 6, we have the cooking gauntlets obtained from the Family Crest quest. These significantly decrease the chances of burning some food types. I say some because it doesn't apply to all of them. If you're the type of guy who likes to train cooking by cooking kayaks, then you're in luck. They also work for lesser known, more obscure foods like lobsters, swordfish, monkfish, sharks and anglerfish. Even if you've already mastered cooking, you'll still want to hold on to these, because these cooking gauntlets are actually an item required for a clue scroll step from Follow the Bard. Number 7, the Imcamdo hammer. An equipable hammer, a hammer that you equip. I mean, that's its only use really, but it does mean you can smith an extra bar at the anvil. There's also other uses too, for example construction if you've not yet unlocked Amy's saw, saving you an extra inventory space. You get this in the ruins of Camdazal below Ice Mountain after finishing the quest. Wait, what was its name again? Oh yeah, below Ice Mountain. It shouldn't take you too long to obtain, and for you collection loggers out there, there's 10 collection log slots available if you want to have a session green log in it. The whole thing is easily completable within a day. The hammer is one of these 10 items. Number 8, the herb sack. Not to be confused with the sack you put monkey nuts in. The herb sack holds up to 30 of each grimy herb. This is extremely useful for Ironmen collecting herbs from Slayer, but also for mains. I use mine all the time after all, especially for monsters like aberrant spectres. My tip for this one is to get it using 750 Slayer points, not 250 points from the Tithe farm, as it's click intensive and mind numbing. Unless you love it there, then go for it. Number 9, another mining one, we have the Celestial Ring. You buy it from Desura's Star Shop in Falador for 2000 Stardust, which is obtained from mining shooting stars. I love mining shooting stars, they're a very AFK way to do mining. The XP isn't great, but you can do it in the background. For example, I'm doing it whilst making this video right now. You then charge the ring by adding more shooting stardust to it. So what does the ring actually do? Well, it gives you an invisible 4+ bonus to mining, and once charged you have a 1 in 10 chance to mine an extra ore. I find this quite effective at Zalcano. If you use crystal tools, then you can combine the Celestial Ring with an Elven Signet, 100 crystal shards and 1000 more stardust to combine the two rings, giving you the effect of the Celestial Ring in addition to the effect of the Elven Signet, which is that you get a 1 in 10 chance of not using a crystal tool charge whilst using it. Number 10, the magic watering can, or Gricola's can. It acts as almost an unlimited watering can holding 1000 charges, which you can fully refill at a water source like you would any other watering can. It costs 200 points from the Tithe farm, which is not the best of minigames in all honesty, but if you're only here for the watering can it shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I'd also recommend spending another 50 points on the auto weed. Once you've de-weeded a plot, weeds will never ever grow there again. It's so useful, especially the times you harvest something and within the next ticks some weeds spawn and you forgot to bring your rake, so you have to grab it and come back, or get it from the leprechaun. Yeah, none of that anymore. I don't bring rakes on my farming runs since I got this, so I guess it also saves you an inventory slot. And also, do not worry, the weeds will still continue to grow at the Kingdom of Miscellanea for you to gather favour. I know this last one wasn't a physical item, but does it really matter? It's like going on Come Down with me and complaining about Jane's food. She's cut you a 3-course meal for note. And in this list you've got a 10-course meal, plus this extra gem I've just shared free of charge, which is the cherry on top of the dessert. But if you feel like tipping the chef, then you can hit that subscribe button, and maybe leave a TripAdvisor review down in the comments below.
Dear Lord, what a sad little life, Jane.
If you've enjoyed this video but fancy giving combat a go, then there's some really important untradeable combat items that every player should have, which you'll find on the screen now. Anyway, I've made myself hungry. I'll see you later.